Meyer Lansky, the man some called the mob's accountant, was a figure cloaked in shadows, whose very name evoked a mixture of fear and admiration. His story began in the bustling streets of Brooklyn, New York. In the early 1900s, where a young Jewish boy named Meyer Lansky was born to a family that fled the poverty of Eastern Europe. Little did anyone know that this boy would grow to become one of the most influential figures in organized crime. Meyer grew up in the vibrant Jewish neighborhoods, learning the nuances of street life and commerce. As a teenager, he befriended Charles "Lucky" Luciano, a partnership that would prove to be pivotal in the world of organized crime. Together, they devised schemes that blended the reckless audacity of youth with the cool calculations of a seasoned businessman. Lansky's knack for numbers quickly shone through. He became the go-to man for counting the cash earned from their various ventures, which ranged from bootlegging during Prohibition to illegal gambling. As the 1930s dawned, Lansky and Luciano recognized the need for a more structured approach to their operations. They collaborated with fellow mobsters to form what would become the National Crime Syndicate, a network of organized crime families working together for profit. Lansky's vision was clear: to unify the various factions of organized crime, ensuring a stable flow of revenue while minimizing bloodshed between rival gangs. He advocated for peace, and his strategies helped establish the infamous National Crime Syndicate. By the late 1940s, Lansky had secured significant influence over the gambling activities in Las Vegas, a city that was starting to bloom under the neon lights. He was instrumental in bringing a veneer of respectability to the gambling industry, transforming it from a disreputable venture into a legitimate business. His connections with powerful figures like Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack gave him a veneer of sophistication, allowing him to operate in the glitz and glamour of the Strip while keeping his more nefarious dealings hidden beneath the surface. But Lansky was not without his troubles. In the 1950s, the pressure from law enforcement intensified, and his world began to crumble. The House Un-American Activities Committee, led by Senator Joseph McCarthy, sought to expose Lansky and his associates. The mobster found himself at a crossroads. He could either continue to fight a losing battle against a system that sought to dismantle everything he had built, or he could retreat into the shadows and maintain some measure of control over his empire. In a calculated move, Lansky fled to Cuba, where he found refuge in the opulence of Havana's casinos. His partnership with the Cuban dictator, Fulgencio Batista, allowed him to maintain his gambling operations in the Caribbean. But when Fidel Castro rose to power and nationalized the casinos, Lansky faced yet another setback.